and Jeremy Harrell on the left-hand side. The last few plays that they've run have been behind those two guys, and they've knocked Tri West off the line of scrimmage. And then when you put 220-pound running back behind those two guys, it's been pretty simple here in the last few plays.
24-13, the Cougars lead it. Still trying for that elusive point after. Give to Vega, and he's going to be in for the two-point conversion. That'll make it 26-13, and it is a two-touchdown differential, 13 points with 3:51 to play.
And again, the same thing, just off the left guard, left tackle, and just squeaks it right in there for the two-point conversion, and that puts Tri West in a world of hurt. Although the passing game's been what they've been able to succeed at today, down 2 touchdowns with less than 4 minutes is going to be a major task.
Frank Vega came into this ball game with 220 points. He's added 2 touchdowns and a two-point conversion today. 234 points for the junior running back. The Carroll drive took 6 minutes off the clock, 12 plays to move it 38 yards, and Frank Vega runs it in, also adds the two-point conversion. And with 3:56 to play, it's 26-13. The Carroll Cougars on the verge of winning the first state championship in any sport in school history. We won't forget, though, that in the first half, Tri West had a 2-play, 65-yard drive, so the Bruins do have quick strike capability. Mogensen to kick it off. Boots it deep. And it will go out of bounds. Making the right decision that time was Chris Voles, and Tri West will start with the football at its own 35-yard line.
Not much time left, so you know that Tri West is going to have to go almost exclusively to the passing game, and that makes it tough when the defense can just kind of pin their ears back and come after you. And Carroll has some outstanding people on that defensive front in rushing the quarterback.
Carroll has officially 1 sack in the game, but several times here in the second half have pressured. The Cougars have pressured quarterback Jeremiah Crouch, who's in the I formation now. And the 2-minute drill will be the way the offense will operate now, needing 2 scores for Tri West. And the intended receiver, Cat, is going to be hit and hit hard by Jeremy Francis on the coverage. The pass incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Not much available on that little flat pass. You would like to get the ball into David Cat's hands out in the open field, but just too tight a coverage. He really didn't have a chance to catch it and go anywhere.
Give credit to Carroll's defensive backfield. A lot of the pressure has been because of the coverage of this Carroll defensive backs. And Jeremiah Crouch is hit as he goes to throw the football and thrown incomplete. Matt Heaton came through to apply the pressure.
Again, he was just trying to throw the ball out in the flat because of awful good coverage downfield. Carroll's had coming into today, I think, 20 interceptions, so their secondary is pretty ball-wise and can get to the football in a hurry and has been opportunistic.
Created 3 turnovers, 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions. Pass down the left sideline is going to be picked off by Kyle Hamilton. That's his 2nd interception of the ball game, the 4th for this Carroll defense. And everybody standing on the Carroll side of the field with 3:43 to play. The Cougars have the ball back with a 13-point lead.
Yeah, I think they were just throwing it up for grabs, hoping that somebody could make a big play, and they were just too good at coverage. And I think that's a 2nd interception for Kyle Hamilton today.
1st and 10 at the 38, and for Carroll, the name of the game is to move the down sticks a couple times and run the clock out. Frank Vega gets the handoff. He's got running room across midfield and out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Running him out was Chris Voles. Frank Vega now well over the 100-yard mark.
This is the same simple off-guard tackle play that they ran on the goal line 3 consecutive times, but I think at this point, with not much time remaining, I think their offensive linemen's just simply dominating the line of scrimmage, and Tri West is just kind of hanging on now.
Vega with 23 yards there now, 23 carries, 125 yards rushing, and he'll get it again. Pick up a couple yards this time up the middle before he's brought down. Kyle Hamilton with those 2 interceptions has tied a state championship game record. He's the 18th player to have 2 interceptions in a ball game. Most recently, Travis Meister from Bremen last year in the 2A game picked off 2 passes. Tri West uses its first time out. The Carroll fans on the far side of the field, as you can see, making a lot of noise right now. And Coach, you were in this situation last year, taking a Class A state championship home to North White. What does it mean to these smaller communities especially?
Well, it's just hard to explain. The feeling that the people in the community have. Sports is a big part of a small-town community anyhow. And then to have the kind of success that Carroll's had this year, and I know that we had last year, everyone talks about it, and we'll talk about it for years and years and years. It's just something that